Looks like we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Autoblog live stream. My name is Eric. I am the multimedia producer here at Autoblog.com, and today we are going to be streaming the brand new Grid Legends. Pretty excited for this one. It seems like it's gonna be a pretty good one. Um, And to be honest, I'm just excited to have something other than Forza to throw into the mix. So, no Forza hate. I just a lot of Forza. But yeah, really excited to get into this Grid Legends. I guess there's no reason to delay. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Okay,
Whoa.
22, there's too much debris on track. We need you to come in. That's a negative. Do not retire the car. I repeat, do not retire. Ado, I'm seeing significant damage to 22. And no response from you, May. Is she okay? Medics are on the scene, that's all I know. Just focus on the race. Keep me updated. Can you confirm race strategy? Look, half the field can't finish. If we do,
Whoa.
the points.
Whoa.
We can't quit. Understood.
Okay, so clearly
Go, go.
it's not it's not as well, it's much more forgiving than, like, for instance, Forza, because that would have completely ruined me what I just did
Okay, 22.
in most other
Can't
games.
see any malfunction. Just get over the line. Come on, you're doing great, 22. You can do this.
Whoa. Ooh.
Final few turns now. You got this. Just keep it steady.
I mean, that's easy. Easy as pie. Stream is showing my Steam notifications. I thought it didn't do that. I guess, what should we do? Continue the story? I guess continue the story. Seems like kind of a I guess hard. We might have to back off, but we'll try it on hard.
And that's Raven West, Nathan McCain, and Laura Carvalho leading the charge here at Strada Alpina. Tanaka spots a gap.
It's all or nothing. Contact!
In a situation like this, all you can do is hope that the drivers are all okay.
It's on? Yeah? Okay. My name's Marcus Ado, and I'm the team principal for Seneca Racing. Hey, gorgeous. No. We have that dinner with the board of directors tomorrow. Some people are born into racing. I had to work.
Wow. So this is like
My parents run a Nigerian restaurant in South London.
a
And for
very
them,
serious
success was
story
never
mode.
about fancy dishes or expensive ingredients. It was about believing in who they hired and always striving to grow. When I got a chance to run my own racing team, I took the same approach.
Money tooth.
Hey, there she is. In case you live under a rock, this is Yume Tanaka, racing legend.
I got a sec to talk about the new braking system?
Sure.
Marcus Ado is something of a prodigy. He was only 25 when he convinced Seneca's board to start investing in unknown drivers and to hire him to run the team. He has the maturity of someone twice his age, and that's gained him enormous respect.
I mean,
The only problem is his approach hasn't worked. Last year, his number 2 driver
yeah, I feel like the 25-year-old should be pretty relatively mature. The maturity level between a 25 and 50-year-old should not be that vast, I feel like.
Is it an embarrassment? No. You have to see the bigger picture. Finding a great recipe involves experimentation. Sure, we had a few rough years, but once we succeed, and I really believe we're going to, we may well become the best team on the grid.
But for now, what? Season starts in 3 days. You're down a driver.
Guess I'll have to find a new driver.
Please make your way to your seats for this driver showcase.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed by the acting.
And eager to impress.
Seems very genuine to me. Let's just go ahead and start.
Okay, let's aim to place in front of Vega. He's been having some good races recently.
I much preferred the last vehicle I was in. That's okay. We're gonna win with this one either way. I mean, hopefully, maybe. If I could stop hitting the walls constantly,
Okay, you're looking good. Let's stay in front of Vega.
that'd probably help. Ramakant hitting me with the thumbs down, which is fair. I'm not doing good this race, but it'll be fine. Whoa, Tim Slade going a little crazy up front.
All right, 1 lap left. Keep your position ahead of Vega.
Whoa. Dang, super close, but I'm not gonna get. I might restart. Try to get the win. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. We can get the win for sure.
Please make your way to your seats for this driver.
I had a rough start on that one.
And our racers are raring to go and eager to impress.
Okay, Let's aim to place in front of Vega. He's been having some good races recently.
I mean, Vegas has no chance. I'm going for the win. Not 10th. Whoa! Whoa! Riox? Riox? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna restart. That was a terrible start. This is very much arcade racing. No part of this is sim racing. This is only the second race that I've done, but I can't imagine anyone would consider this sim racing. This is very arcadey, which I personally am a big fan of. I like the way it feels. But yeah, definitely not sim. Way too forgiving to be sim racing. As you can see, I'm driving like an absolute madman with really no negative consequences. Oh.
Okay, you're looking good. Let's stay in front of Vega.
Oh. Actually, I'm gonna try out the rewind function. Okay. Much better implementation than Forza. Oh my god. That's a million times better than the way Forza does it. That's so just simple and straightforward. Oh, so chippy out here. Realwex? Oh, well, Ramakant says, I am real life super driver, and you are only for imaging. I'm unsure what that means, but I'm jealous of your real life super driving abilities. And then RioX says, hold on, I'll look away. I'm very bad at racing games, so I might give it a try. Thank you for the answer. Yeah, this is for sure one of the easier times you're gonna have, I would guess, just based on the first few races I've done. It's super forgiving, really not too hard, and I'm literally playing on hard right now. So yeah, you can definitely do it if you want to give it a try. I believe in you. Jimmy, get out of here, Jimmy! Let's go.
Right.
Give me the gold.
I'd be shocked if it didn't catch Addo's eye.
I would be too.
it's fantastic to have you here. The drivers are going to have to show real skill if they have dreams of participating in the Grid World Series.
Impress Marcus. Finish 8th or higher. I mean, that's easy.
Hey, you heard that right. Ado is scouting a new driver for Seneca. This could be your break. You've got nothing to lose. Give it your best shot.
Oh, am I Vega now? Am I the guy I was trying to beat last time? No, I'm not. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, 2 more laps. You're in a good position. Try to stick with it.
Whoa! Was not expecting that. I'm such a giant fan of this rewind system. So much better than Forza's. It just feels so much like smoother. This acts the way you want Forza's rewind system to act. For sure. Man, this music is really cinematic feeling. Not cinematic, it's like Sports Center or something.
Could ignore your performance today. I've got a feeling you'll be having some very interesting discussions. Congratulations.
Okay, I don't know what any of that means yet.
And Seneca continued to have trouble during testing, with multiple drivers involved in on-track incidents.
No mistakes this time.
Whoa.
Run it again, but with less throttle.
That guy kind of looks like Oscar Isaacs. The guy who's about to be Moon Knight.
Don't worry, just superficial damage.
That guy looks like if Oscar Isaacs and the guy who played Pimento in Brooklyn Nine-Nine had a child.
We'll get there. I promise.
They now look to their new signing, taking on the number 22 to turn around this bad spell.
Check. This is Ajit, lead engineer. We've had a few bad days with the test drive.
Okay. Oh.
Still need help with the setup.
I like this.
So give me a few
See how
laps,
this goes.
and please bring the car back intact. Let's see what this car can do. Push
I
it.
need to bring the car back intact, so that's
For the first race of the series,
that's always kind of difficult
so
for
while
me.
you're getting data for a Jeep,
Can be.
just get a feel for the car.
Easier when I'm the only one on the track, though.
If you want to try a corner with a touch of handbrake, I'd like to see you control the slide. Accidents happen. In a race scenario, mistakes will cost you place.
Nope.
Check. This is Ajit, lead engineer. We've had a few bad days with the test drivers and I still need help with the setup, so give me a few laps and please bring the car back intact. Let's see what this car can do. Push it. Okay, 22. For the first race of the series, we'll need you to keep up with you, mate. So while you're getting data for a Jeep, just get a feel for the car. If you want to try a corner with a
No! Whoa, whoops. There we go, that's better. Just trying to switch the camera view. I think I like this one a little... I think I like that one a little better. Yeah, I do. I do. I want the camera as far away from the car as humanly possible. I know people hate that and think it's weird.
hit top speed in this section.
But,
Great time. Let's see if you can find any more pace. Okay, next corner is flat out, but keep it under control.
no!
Near peak.
Dude. That's so frustrating. Why did I do that? There's no I could have just rewound too. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb.
So, give me a few laps, and please bring the car back intact. Let's see what this car can do. Push it. Okay, 22. For the first race of the series, we'll need you to keep up with you, mate. So while you're getting data for a Jeep, just get a feel for the car. If you want to try a corner with a touch of handbrake, I'd like to see you control the slide. can hit top speed in this section. Great time. See if you can find any more pace. Okay, next corner.
Warrior Girl, what is up? Welcome. Welcome to the Grid Legends stream. I'm, doing the story mode kind of thing and just testing this car out for this guy.
Something's up with the fuel system though.
This game looks very good, and to me it feels very good, but it is crazy arcadey. Like, this game is super, super easy so far. I'm playing on hard, and we all know how good I am at racing games. The answer is I'm not.
Right-hander is great to practice a power slide.
Great to practice a power slide. Whoops. I probably should have done that then. Do I have to beat my own ghost now? Yep, power slide all day. All day. My ghost is beaten for sure, no question.
Okay, big push to the finish line now.
Yes. Warrior Girl says, is this game next gen only? I actually don't think it is. I'll double check for you. Nope, this game is current and next gen. I am playing it on PC, obviously, as always. The thing that is really kind of impressing me is, like, the acting in it is pretty good. Maybe the best I've ever seen in a game like this. It's a low bar, but still.
My mother has this saying, it's the farmer that makes the dish. What that means is you have to adapt to the ingredients on hand. I went to scout one driver, but found another. And I was impressed by our chat, so I made an offer.
Wait, you were impressed by a conversation?
That's right. You see, to me, when a person's capable of greatness, it's not just about performance. It's about them, who they are. Great drivers are like the great in any field. You know, they have an obsession, a hunger. They have a need to be more, to prove what only they know they can be. I haven't met anyone this passionate since I found Yume.
There's Seneca's number 22 on the grid taking the lead to semi-pro. And as Marcus has gone through all of his reserves, they really are Seneca's last hope.
Absolutely, it's a tough position to be in. If they drop out for any reason, it's not going to be racing on her own, and that would spell disaster for Seneca.
I agree, Warrior Girl. I feel like I have this suspicion. Because I feel like there's a lot of games coming out now that should be next gen only, and they aren't. For instance, Horizon, whatever the new one is, Forbidden West or Zero Dawn. I whichever. And I feel like that is because just they weren't expecting to have so many supply chain constraints for the new consoles. So like there are still a bunch of people who want new consoles who, I mean, it's easier to get them now than it was, but it's still not the easiest from what I have seen and heard. So maybe it's part of a larger plan of like, well, maybe we should try to just turn down some quality faders and see if we can get this running on last gen. But which is good. I think why not do that? I think that's good if that is what's going on. There's more options for more people, which is always a good thing, I would say. Maybe not always, but most of the time. But I will tell you, Warrior Girl, just specifically for you, a player of your caliber probably will not be very challenged by this game. It's so easy so far. But there are still two more difficulty levels. I'm on hard. Ugh. But there are still 2 more. So maybe there's a difficulty level for everyone. Whoa!
Not bad. I expected you to be out already.
Wow, thanks for the confidence there, teammate. Expected me to be out already. Warrior Girl, did you see, by any chance at all, did you see the Marant highlights from his game last night? Because that dude posted some of the craziest NBA highlights I've seen in a while. He dropped 52 points in the game, had the craziest dunk, and the craziest buzzer beater. That dude can fly. Morant, like, I'm sure he's taller than he looks on the court, but like relative to other basketball players, he doesn't look that tall. But that dude can actually fly. He can jump so high, it's insane. I don't get it. Whoa. there we go. Girl says, it's a good thing they're trying to do that. Would be kind of a slap in the face to the people who still haven't been able to get their hands on a next-gen console. I completely agree. I also have Grid 19, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I did like it. And so far, I like this one too. I mean, I've only played it for the 37 minutes of this stream. But I do really like it. Moonlight. What is up, Moonlight? And yeah, Warrior Girl, if you are interested, those Marant highlights are definitely worth a Google or an Instagram search. They are crazy.
To win an elimination race, you need to
It's really just the dunk and the buzzer beater. The dunk is insane, and the buzzer beater is also insane. It's not a game winner buzzer beater, but which is unfortunate. If it was, it might have been the best of all time.
Cars are eliminated until only one remains. So drive fast, stay ahead, and if you find yourself in the danger zone, then do everything it takes to get out of there.
We are live. Seneca team principal Marcus Ado.
Yep, turning is not difficult so far. Let me see what tuning options there are. Okay, so nothing crazy, but you can make some changes. I'll leave everything default though. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, so nothing. I did not make any changes. I mean, how this is hard, I don't understand, but... So, traction control and stability control are on 2. Let's maybe bump those down to 1. Might bump those back up to 2, though. And, oh, that's fine. Warrior Girl got the Forza Horizon 5 nail polish set. I feel like you were talking about that, like a couple weeks ago. That's awesome. And the OPI edition Ford GT. What even is that? I don't even know what that is. But that sounds awesome.
That's our path to the Pro League.
You're in this team to match me, 22. We need you to get results.
Whoa. Wait, I don't... Why is it counting to... I don't like this. Oh, nice.
We need to aim to stay competitive with Volt. That's our path to the Pro League.
You're in this team to match me, 22. We need you to get results.
Oh, brutal. Wait, I gotta remember this exists. I keep forgetting. The rewind function in this game is a billion times better than it is in Forza. I cannot stress that enough. Absolute night and day. Forza Rewind is not good. And I would argue never has been. What is the goal here? Why is it counting down? Oh. It's like an if I can talk. It's an elimination race. Yikes. Alright, I think I am gonna put the stability back up. It was fine before. Alright. One to go. Oh no, a couple more to go. Other few are just way out front. We will catch up though. Nope, 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 nope. I was about to blow that big time. See ya. Whoa. Man, this is a pretty intense style of race here. No, no, I don't. Why? It won't. It didn't let me rewind. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. Oh. Did I just hear a Joel in the Discord? Maybe not. Yes. Oh, do I have to just, like, finish still? Ah, because we got one more. Oh, yeah. Alright, Warrior Girl says, I doubt the graphics look this good on Xbox One. True. True. But yeah, I bet they're still good. And Moonlight says, last time we were talking about English expressions like I mean and like, and you asked me French expressions, and I found it. Oh, for example, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Interesting. That is super interesting, Moonlight. Thanks for sharing that. That is similar in a way to saying I mean in a way. It's kind of similar. It means, you know, similar use case. Wow.
My name is Yume Tanaka. I've been lead driver with Seneca for 3 years now, and my goal is to become the first woman ever to win the championship.
Let's talk about your new teammate for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Marcus Addo hiring an unknown?
Look, Addo likes to invest in potential, and that's who we are as a team. But when it comes down to it, the thing that matters is, are you actually good enough? It takes serious talent to race across this many disciplines and events in a single season. Racing teams don't survive on effort or good intentions. We need to win.
On a scale from 1 to McDonald's meat patties, how fake are those neck tattoos? There is only one correct answer. Oh, this is interesting. Whoa!
Okay, good job, Adid. Feels good.
This is, these things get some air. Yeah, just barrel through in this for sure. Brakes are unnecessary in this. Whoa! Nope. Warrior Girl says, can you customize your character in this game? I'm not sure. I think this is just some kind of weird, like, story mode tutorial that I've been doing. It gives you an option after the first race where it says either start the new season or finish out the last season and, like, what? Turn, maybe, car? It says either start the new season or figure out the last season and, like, discover the racer that discover what made you the racer you are today. So I did continue the last season. I didn't start a new season. This, I actually hate this. What is this? Why won't this turn?
Okay, the time last lap was a 1:17.4.
Alright, here we go. It's just a little, this is so weird. This feels so weird. I don't know. This is fun when you're barreling people over, but this is a tough vehicle in general. Wow. I assumed this was not gonna be super long, but maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 more of these, and then I'll just hit the main menu and see like what else we can do. Five laps in this thing? Why? That's insane! This is by far the worst car. This is gonna be the longest race we've done.
That last lap was a 1:11.2.
Warrior Girl says, to be fair, you're in a trophy truck and on tarmac. And that is fair, but still, I mean, the game chose to put me in this situation. Just weird, very weird. Two more to go. So the 3 people behind me are all my nemesis. Whoops.
Last lap.
I mean, I will say, like, I'm stoked that I'm playing on hard and I'm crushing, but that is not... That, to me, tells me that the difficulty settings on this game are extremely wrong. There's no way this should be hard right now. Jeez, Warrior Girl says, the other day I was playing Grid 2019. I beat the target lap time by 11 seconds. That is outrageous.
Eric, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up? I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo! Joel Stocksdale is now joining us, everyone. Autoblog
Hi,
Zone.
everybody.
My name is Ajit Singh.
Oh.
Seneca's lead engineer.
New grid's pretty good so far, Joel.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's very arcadey, and it's very easy, but it's fun, and it has maybe the best acting I've seen in any sports video game ever.
Wow.
Yeah, which I did qualify earlier is a low bar for sure, but still, it's everybody's really good.
Run faster than the Type 8.
Like, it seems very genuine.
I mean, I still remember the acting in like the first Need for Speed Most Wanted and Need for Speed Carbon. That was just like super cheesy.
Yeah.
Challenge is finding someone who can drive them all.
Yeah, like this seems very real. Jeez.
Oh wow! So wait, it's actually like real people.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Not like, it's not like mo-capped models and stuff.
Yeah, the cutscenes are all real people. I have not seen any of these people digitized yet. I'm not sure if they...
That's a little weird.
It is a little weird, but it's like it's good enough that I don't hate it. I don't like this kind of thing when it's not done well, but this seems to be done well. What in the world just happened? Just like okay, I guess I'm starting. That's super weird.
Oh, this is cool. This Chicago track. I know exactly where this is.
No way, that's awesome. So Joel, I think I'm gonna start Peacekeeper this week or weekend. I'm
excellent.
Quite excited. I'm just gonna binge it as much as I can.
Yeah, I'm very excited for you to watch that because I really want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I'm super sure I'm gonna love it. Similar to Free Guy. I don't know if I'm gonna love Free Guy, but I'm sure I'll like it.
Yeah, I came away as like it's not a like really amazing movie, but you know it's a little bit of fun. It's kind of a good filler movie.
It strikes me as a similar kind of thing to like the first Sonic movie. Like that's certainly not the best movie I've ever seen in my life or anything, but it was fun. It was good. I liked it.
And I think you'll get this feeling also when you play it, that like, or you play it when you watch it, that like people worked on it that actually play video games and enjoy them. And
nice, that's great.
Yeah.
Essential even for a movie like that, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like just a total bunch of nonsense with some Easter eggs. It's
nice.
I mean, there's a little bit of nonsense because, like, well,
for sure.
You know, you gotta have a
There's
little
gotta
bit of
be,
it,
yeah. Oh.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds is always fun.
Yeah, I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan. I think he's great as Deadpool, but I do almost, part of me feels like I mean, Deadpool's a real character, but like part of me wishes he was like a real character, if you know what I mean. It's like, I don't know. I feel like Deadpool's kind of a joke character. People might disagree with me there, but and I like Deadpool. I'm a Deadpool fan, and I think Ryan Reynolds does a good job. But I think he could have been more consequential in the Marvel universe.
I mean, well,
remains to be seen how consequential he will be, I guess.
Yeah, because the issue is that it existed in a different cinematic corporation universe.
Right. I mean,
now 20th Century Fox is part of Disney, so...
Yep. And they are, I mean, it's official, they are working on Deadpool 3, and that is going to be an MCU film. So that's very, very curious to see if that's going to be the first one that Marvel fumbles in a major way. I just don't know if Disney's going to allow them to make that the what it needs to be. But maybe they will. Maybe they will. If there's one thing Disney likes more than family values, it's money. So we'll see.
Well, it's not even necessarily that I'm worried about like them toning it down. I'm worried that I don't know, they wouldn't allow for enough sort of different tone, and also the letting Deadpool just totally rip apart
right,
Marvel
yeah.
characters and things.
Yeah, well, I heard, and no spoilers, but I heard there is some pretty significant ribbing of some Justice League members in Peacemaker. And however,
so
I heard that there was one. I heard that they were not allowed to do the big Batman joke they wanted to do. They said that was the one that DC put their foot down. They're like, you can't make fun of Batman that hard. Which is, but I think that's fair. I mean, if you want to have one sacred character, fine. Seems like they were in pretty good humor about every other character from what I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, but
oh yeah,
particularly Aquaman.
Yes.
Oh, that poor guy. Aquaman gets clowned at every turn.
You know, though, at least he got to have Jason Momoa play him.
Yes.
And he has not had the worst of the DC Universe movies.
No,
so
definitely not. Yeah.
That's
I hope I don't say anything.
kind of Revenge of Aquaman, I guess.
Yeah, for real. Aquaman does have some really cool comic storylines as well. But I understand why he
okay, let's get this started.
gets laughed at a lot, but he is cool.
He's kind of got like the opposite problem. He's got kind of the opposite problem of Superman, where like Superman has too many incredibly powerful abilities, and Aquaman
yeah, it's like a little too narrow.
Too few.
Yeah. It's like Aquaman is Superman, but only when he's in the water.
Mm-hmm. And nowhere else.
Yeah. But he's got that trident though. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Tim. Ooh, this is a tough one. Timier Williams, welcome. Hello. Oh, Dubai. Okay.
Wait, this game looks really good.
Yeah, that's the very first thing Warrior Girl said too. This is a good-looking game.
You may need to go pick this up.
Yeah, it's fun. I will say to you the same thing I said to Warrior Girl. A player of your caliber will find zero challenge in this game for sure. I bumped it up to hard and I am destroying, and I'm barely paying attention. So
yeah.
It's now there are 2 more difficulty levels. You can bump it up higher. So maybe, but it's definitely pretty easy. But I don't think it has to necessarily be hard to be good. But just a
No,
warning.
I totally agree.
Yeah. But speaking of hard good games, are you a Dark Souls guy or no?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Have you been taken in by the outrageous hype around Elden Ring?
No, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand. Wow, wow! Oh,
yeah! That's... Alright.
That was quite a wreck.
Yeah, I'll just barrel through, I guess.
Boy, that was pretty spectacular. The
Yeah.
guy losing the wheel and all the sparks, and that was...
Yeah, I was not
this
prepared.
This is a good-looking game.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I don't get all the hype around Elden Ring. It seems like another Soulsborne game. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
The big selling point is it's Dark Souls but open world now. So, and apparently they did a pretty good job with the open world. So it's like, what if Breath of the Wild but really, really hard? So if that's your thing, I get it. But I have never played a Dark Souls game. I'm interested. I think if I can get past the initial annoyance, I think I probably would be in the camp of people who would like those kinds of games, because one of my favorite games ever is Hollow Knight, and that game, one of the reasons it's popular is because, like, people call it 2D Dark Souls. It's supposedly really difficult. I didn't think it was as difficult as people say it is, but I'm sure people who played Dark Souls feel the same about those games too. So I'm interested, but I don't know if I want to jump into Elden Ring before I've played any of the other games. And also, I don't know. I feel I'm like a little dubious about it. Like, no game comes out to this much universal acclaim. It's just, it almost seems like, it makes me suspicious almost.
See, this is how I feel about, like, when a new Mario or new Zelda game gets reviewed and is like perfect across the board.
Interesting. I guess that's fair, and I guess I'm less dubious about those because I've played nearly second. No. Can't have that. I thought we had that. Oh no, can I restart? Yes. I guess I feel differently about Mario and Zelda because I've played nearly all of them, and I agree that nearly all of them, maybe not nearly all of them, but I agree that a huge percentage are genuine masterpieces. So when one comes out and I see that score, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. They've done it a million times before. Makes sense they could do it again. But with Dark Souls, the acclaim is like, I don't know. I feel like a game like Mario Odyssey, for instance, deserves a 10 out of 10 because any human being alive could pick up that game and enjoy it and potentially get really good at it. Like, there aren't any huge barriers to entry. But Elden Ring just isn't that. Like, I don't know. I feel like definitely 10 out of 10 for a certain person, certain kind of player, I'd believe. But also, I've never played it, so maybe I'm just like way wrong. Maybe I'm just letting my preconceived notions get the better of me, but I am.
Well,
I am
so if you're
skeptical.
considering playing it, I think, at least for you, like, the closer point of comparison would be Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
But, like, extra hard.
Yeah. Which I did like Jedi Fallen Order. I didn't find it super difficult. But come on, you're kidding. I didn't find it super. Oh no!
You just took that. You didn't even move either way.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right. But
so how are these people losing wheels so easily? Like,
yeah, I really don't know.
Are they not torquing them down? Like, this is... Someone needs to fire their mechanic.
Seriously. Yeah, this has happened multiple times now. But my problem with Jedi Fallen Order, I felt like it was an okay game. I felt like it was a bad Star Wars game. Which I'm you know, a sucker for Star Wars lore and just the Star Warsiness in games in general, and I felt like it didn't live up to that. Like, it was just like a bunch of forests and stuff, and it's like, I don't care. That's not Star Wars to me. It could be any game, and so that was my issue.
You know, except for the Forest Moon of Endor.
True. But yeah, there were definitely, I mean, it had its moments for sure. But in general, and then I played it early before all the patches, and like the graphics were crazy bad, like maybe some of the worst I've ever seen at the time. I know they've been fixed, but like there were Wookiees that looked like the one from like the Christmas special, like unironically. And it's just, was really bad. So it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. But the gameplay was fine, and I wouldn't mind experiencing that with a presumably much more fleshed out story, maybe a little darker, a little more gothic setting, such as Elden Ring or Dark Souls. But I think I would play Dark Souls first. I don't think I'd jump right into Elden Ring. That feels wrong.
Well, one of the key things, though, is like is whether or not you liked the gameplay in
Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, and I think...
Because I didn't.
Okay.
I don't have the patience for trying to, like, block and parry and dodge and stuff, and...
yeah, that's fair. See you later, Warrior Girl. Thanks for hanging out. And hello, really Nicole, sorry.
And I really hate, I hate the whole mechanic of, like, saving and then all of your enemies are back, or continuing at the risk of dying and then losing all the stuff that you had.
Yeah, see, that's...
I don't like balancing that.
That is fair, and I think I'm just more open to that now because I put such a ridiculous amount of time into Hollow Knight, and Hollow Knight's the same in that respect. So I kind of get... It eased me into that mindset, which I think will make it easier for, like, a 3D version of that. But, yeah, I totally agree. Initially, that concept is just so off-putting. In general, I feel like. But I've been...
It's also kind of the same thing that makes me not like... or not want to try any, like, roguelike type games.
Yeah,
because it's like, I don't want to die and then basically have to restart.
Yes. No, I agree. I think... I mean, I've tried a few roguelikes and roguelites with a T. And I prefer the roguelites with a T because they're less roguelike-ish. And there are more things that carry over. But yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite genre. But I had a realization literally just earlier today about the roguelike and roguelite genre. And it is this. Joel, did you ever play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask?
Nope, and I don't think I would really enjoy it because I understand the gameplay concept for that. I've got hiccups, by the way.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it at the time. I haven't played it in many years, but I think it's great. But I just had the realization today, that might be like the first ever roguelite in a way. Because, yeah, the whole conceit is everything resets. Like, you gotta save the world before the moon destroys it, basically. And everything resets every 3 days. And now, obviously, in a game like Zelda, there's a lot of things that carry over every 3 days. But I think that totally fits the definition of a roguelite. And that just kind of blew my mind. I never thought of it that way before. And it perhaps even softens my opinion on roguelites in general, because I am a huge fan of really all of those early 3D Zelda games, including Majora's Mask. But I just thought that was a crazy realization.
But that's also one of the reasons why I haven't played, let's see. I can never remember which it is. Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds?
Yeah. Yep. The resetty one, I believe, is Outer Wilds.
Yes. Which
Not
I've heard
100%.
I've heard it's amazing.
Yes, same.
And like I'd be tempted to play it, but it's like I just I don't know. Once I have figured out and solved something, I don't want to have to solve it again later if that's the thing that I was supposed to do.
Yes. I feel the same about, like, Groundhog's Day kind of scenes in movies. I get so annoyed the more they replay the same scene and it's, like, identical. Like, if it's not different enough, I can't stand it. I think that Andy Samberg movie on Hulu did a good job with it. But even that...
Oh, yeah. That looked interesting. I never got around to watching it.
It's good. It's genuinely really good. And it ditches the Groundhog's Day stuff pretty early on, which is, mercifully. But it is super good. Well worth a watch. I think it's like Paradise something? I don't remember.
Yeah,
what it's
something
called.
like that.
But yeah, similar kind of things. I totally get you. But the only roguelike game I played recently, I played Dead Cells for a little, like everybody, and then, but really for a little, like only for a few hours. And it is fun. It feels great, but it's exactly what you said, Joel. I just don't. I just want to be able to upgrade more, and it's just, I don't know. It doesn't give me the dopamine hit I was looking for. But I did play and complete Hades, which also everybody in the world, I think, played that, and it was good.
Except me, because I don't like roguelikes.
Yeah. And it was... That also had definitely a lot of elements that you could upgrade. And I think that was the most... How can I phrase it? That was the least annoying version of that I've played. But even still, I think it was, like, overhyped a little bit. I think it got more love than it deserved because it's like, hey, this roguelike game isn't annoying. So, which is so rare because most of them are. But I don't even know if I had a point to that story.
Yeah, I haven't played much new lately. I actually just replayed the mainline Wolfenstein games from developer Machine Games.
Yeah.
Those are still so extremely good.
Yeah.
And boy, for some reason apparently I've been on a graphically violent sci-fi theme as of late, going from Peacemaker to playing the Wolfenstein games.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm still... Boy, I really, really want a third, like, mainline Wolfenstein game. I don't know when that'll happen because Machine Games is on the, is working on that Indiana Jones game for Bethesda.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, that should be, knock on wood, that has the potential to be great.
Sorry, I just noticed that achievement you got, Moon Above the Castle.
I didn't even see it.
That I'm fairly certain is a tribute to Gran Turismo.
Whoa!
Because the main theme song that has carried through like every Gran Turismo game since the start is titled Moon Over the Castle.
Wow. Yeah, that's gotta be a little, GT Easter egg there.
That's awesome. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, which, I mean, I have confidence Machine Games will make a really good Indiana Jones game.
Yeah, you want the Wolfenstein
I don't know.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I have been playing my latest like single player game I've been playing is I had enough of a break, and even though the internet told me it was bad, I started playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and guess what?
Oh.
It's not nearly as bad as the internet says. It's fine. It's exactly what I was looking for. I just like that style of game, and Mass Effect has enough lore behind it that I'm familiar with that it's just scratching the itch, and I'm really enjoying it. So I wonder if the internet was just like, if it was just a knee-jerk reaction to like, but it's not Mass Effect 4, which is fair.
I think a lot of the complaints were that it was really buggy and had some really weird graphical decisions.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've noticed no bugs and no weird graphical decisions.
But also, it's been a few years since it came out.
Yeah. No,
it's
totally.
But yeah, there were a lot of memes that went around about how weird people looked.
Interesting.
Like weird facial expressions and things.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I feel like the oh man, who even BioWare makes those, right? Or am I nuts?
Yes, I think so.
I feel like Ubisoft took the crown from BioWare for weird-looking character models and just never looked back.
Yeah. And I think Andromeda also did suffer a little bit because I think a lot of people didn't think it was as good as like the main Mass Effect games.
Yeah.
Like story-wise and whatnot. But then all of that gets kind of exaggerated through the internet to where it's not just kind of like not as good of a game as people wanted, and instead everybody views it as like, oh, it's a really terrible game. It's like, well,
yeah.
Not quite. No,
Yeah.
It's not as good as the others, but
still fine.
It's not horrible.
Yeah. I've been. I mean, the Mass Effect universe is just so incredible. It's just built out so well that I'm perfectly happy to just do like fetch quests on the space station. I find that so fun. Just like learning about all the different characters and like what they're up to, which I guess is I mean, that's what an RPG is supposed to be. Like, you're supposed to be able to have fun with that stuff. So, yeah, it's definitely succeeding for me in that regard. But I really like that the story. I think the main story differentiator is super interesting. It's like it's kind of in the middle of the Mass Effect trilogy that just a couple thousand people just took hundreds of years to go start. Like, they're like pioneers. They're like starting life in a different galaxy. And so that's such a clever way to make all the stuff happening in the other galaxy, like, it doesn't matter because you're so ridiculously far away. Why would that have any effect? It's like 600 years away in space travel time. So I really like that. I mean, that really works for me. And you're kind of the main crew, just like starting a new life for not only humanity but all these alien races. And I don't know. That's I feel like that's such a cool change in direction from just the macho military, let's just kill some aliens kind of trope. But yeah, really liking it. So just if I guess that's a PSA, if anyone like me liked Mass Effect and originally didn't even wasn't even gonna try Andromeda, give it a try. You probably will like it, I would guess. Might not love it, but you probably will like it.
Yeah, so that sort of reminds me. Recently finished getting through the original Halo trilogy with a friend of mine.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Peepo. I see ya. What's up?
And so I still think they're a lot of fun and they hold up. And,
yeah.
I'm still impressed at like how well it plays as a co-op game, how well all three play as co-op games.
Yeah.
But I don't think the games tell their story all that well.
Yeah.
And boy, like the second game, like having replayed it, I was like, they kind of just did the first game all over again.
No, but this time with 2 guns, Joel.
Dual wielding.
Yeah.
And in fairness, you get to follow the Arbiter.
True. That actually is really cool.
Well, and it's funny, at the very end of all of it, when Chief is just also like spoilers for a game that's been out for ages.
Yeah.
When Chief is just floating out in space at the end of Halo 3, I'm not gonna lie, I think I would have been more interested to follow Arbiter and what the elites do after Halo 3.
Agreed.
More than anything with Chief.
Agreed. I'm sure that story is told in like a novel or something, but yeah, I totally agree.
Like the entire Covenant, all of the alien species involved in the Covenant are probably thrown into complete and utter turmoil after the events of Halo 3, and it would be interesting to see what happens with all of that afterward.
Yeah. Maybe they will, I mean, nothing's stopping them from making, like, prequel games. Doesn't happen very often, but...
And frankly, after playing those games, Arbiter seems like a way more interesting character than Master Chief.
Yeah, of course, Master Chief is nothing! He's just a faceless, most generic military captain guy you could ever ask for. There's a million characters just like Master Chief. Sounds like I'm aggressively hating. I'm not. I like Master Chief just fine, but it's like... But I totally agree. The Arbiter is way more interesting.
And like, well, Chief is basically like, I just do what Cortana says, and usually that's
yeah,
stuff.
right.
And I'm gonna be honest, Cortana could be a little nicer and a little bit more grateful to Chief, in at least the first 2 games.
Yeah, well, that may be some unintentional foreshadowing of Cortana's fate, which I will not spoil, but anybody who has played... Actually, I think maybe it happened before Halo Infinite, but the people who jumped on Halo Infinite know what I mean. But yeah, the concept of AI is one that I think is super, super fascinating. And I was super excited to learn that... So when also spoilers for a 10-year-old game here, Mass Effect 3, but at the end of Mass Effect 3, you can choose... Basically, you can choose a bunch of different options. You can either destroy all artificial intelligence, basically. You can... I forget the other one, but it sucked. But the third one was... Or you could basically merge all artificial intelligence and organic intelligence. And that's the one I picked. Because out of the 3 choices, I was like, this seems like the best... You know, in the context of that game and the universe, is like, what's the best thing for the universe going forward? And I felt like it was that. And in the Mass Effect universe, true AI is outlawed in a lot of places because one alien race created true AI, and then that AI race basically rose up and revolted. And so they're like, all right, no more AI.
As they do.
Yeah, which, fair enough. But I was really interested to see that your character in Mass Effect Andromeda is kind of a similar thing. You are an individual that basically has an AI like brain chip, and this is very controversial in the Mass Effect world and very, very rare. And I don't know, I just think that's super interesting. I
can see how like full AI would be banned when you literally had Skynet and with a certain alien civilization.
Yep. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I don't know, I go back and
the
forth.
Matrix.
Yeah. It's like in our pop culture, AI is so often portrayed negatively, but I really feel like that is the next step in human evolution. Like, it will be AI. I really feel that. Like, in reality, I just feel like that's the future, and it has to happen if we want to progress as a species and as a society. But it is scary. But I don't know. I do think well, assuming humanity doesn't nuke itself out of existence, I think it's inevitable that eventually we will find a way to duplicate intelligence digitally somehow, some way. But I hope it's a positive. I think it has a large potential to be very positive. But it's also scary. But I will tell you this. If there's ever a drawing of like, hey, get in line and the first couple hundred people get the brain chips, the AI brain chips, I will be first in line. That's a guarantee.
You know, actually, it's interesting that you bring this up. I was reading a story about there's a company that was doing a whole lot of research into like doing kind of an artificial eye, sort of artificial vision for people with blindness. Really rudimentary kind of thing. But very interesting. So like I'm talking like crazy low resolution of like.
Yeah, I think I've seen this. It almost looks like static, like snow static with like shadows or something, right?
Yeah, or even like a really big like Connect 4 board of that's all black and white. So like it's not really a straight up vision replacement, but it's enough that like if you got good at using it, you could potentially more easily move around.
Yeah.
Without having to make sure things are like where you know what they're making sure that everything is where you know where it is, or using like a cane or something. And you know, the usability of it varied for a lot of people. Some people just couldn't really make it work for them, and some people found it fantastic, and which, you know, that's kind of the way things go.
Yeah.
But here's something about like the company like just bleeding money, and forget if it went out of business or it got bought up by someplace, but basically like parts for all this equipment and such are almost impossible to get a hold of. So if something breaks, you've got a really, really big problem.
Yeah.
and also because the company's basically out of business, like a lot of these people were hoping for kind of like updates and improvements down the road, but that's not going to happen.
Oh, that's...
and
sucks.
so like there are a lot of these people with like really obsolete hardware that's like stuck in their head. And like there are plenty of customers that are like they're still glad that they have it and still like using it, but
yeah.
But this is kind of like one of those aspects of sort of
next gen
like
technology,
like electronic augmentation.
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't get talked about a lot. That like, what happens if that company that you got that technology for goes out of business and now there's no more support or replacement parts for it? Like, do you... And like, taking it out isn't exactly an easy or expensive or affordable thing. Because it does require surgery. It's not like you can just go and get a different cell phone.
Yeah. I would hope that as this kind of technology becomes more... No, I wanted to restart that. I would hope that as it becomes more available, there would be some kind of universal standard. But, of course, we live in a capitalistic hellscape, so that probably won't happen. But that would be my my hope. But what in the world? Why does my laptop have 0% battery? Oh boy.
I mean, then on the flip side, you've got people with like either hearing loss or born deaf that get cochlear implants and are extremely successful with them. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, so like I'm not straight up against that kind of thing, but like there's definitely
I mean it just needs more
definitely
time.
risks involved.
Yeah, totally. As with any kind of groundbreaking technology is, and especially during the early stages, there's gonna be some hiccups for sure, but but yeah, I really can't. I really would love to live in a world where it's just like Deus Ex Machina, cyberpunk style, where you're just swapping out body parts for upgrades just on a whim. That is so cool to me. I know some people find that like terrifying and like an abomination of humanity, but I love it. I feel like that's an evolution of humanity. I'm definitely on whenever there's like a villain of where it's like I'm the next step in humanity, I almost always agree with the villain. It's like yeah, probably. But what I hate in those stories is that often the next step in evolution is, of course, only available to a certain group of people, and I don't like that at all. But unfortunately, that is probably how it's gonna go.
Yep.
Timir says, do you have a dog? I do have a dog.
I wonder if she's appeared in the background.
She probably has. She's been trying really hard to. Here she comes. She's been trying really hard to get me to play with her.
No, right on cue.
Yeah. Taurus says drift. I'm not gonna lie, I have not figured out the handbrake button. Is it X? No. Is it A? Is it B? I don't know. No, it's A. It's gotta be A. Very subtle, though. Very subtle. It's so subtle that I'm actually not even confident that it is A. Hold on, let me look it up. It's B! Okay. I mean, still outrageously subtle. I mean, I don't even really see the point over just braking, to be honest.
The last lap time was a 1:53.7.
Oh, I have a dog that is also trying to get my attention. Because he would like his belly to be filled.
Oh, yeah.
Trying not to say certain words.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Melody just wants a ball to catch. At all times. I bet this dog would starve herself if someone just simply threw the ball, like, all day. If you give her a choice between the ball and food, she'll pick the ball every time. It's crazy.
I can believe that. Well, because, like, herding dogs get that way.
Yeah.
They get, like, super focused on, like, doing something that they just don't care about anything else.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa, where's this guy coming from? It's coming up quick. This guy's right on me. Wow.
Valentine the Manzi.
Yeah.
What's that gate that you keep missing?
I'm not sure. I noticed that. I'm not sure. Maybe some extra cash at the end, but I really don't know. Taurus said, "Good night, bro." Good night, Taurus. Good one.
Our generic electric cars because we didn't get the Formula E license.
Yeah. Are totally not Formula E cars. Did you see I think it was the CEO of EA? Maybe? He was speaking out, he or she, I'm unsure, was speaking out against not against, but they were just basically complaining about FIFA, and the quote I remember was, "The only value we get from FIFA is the 4 letters on the front of the box," which I found to be an absolutely hilarious quote. And probably 100% true.
Probably.
But also, just make a better game then! If you know it's bad, like, it can still be a FIFA game, just make it better! I don't get like... Am I nuts? Isn't it such an easy solution? Like... Everybody hates FIFA, but everybody still plays FIFA. But if even the CEO understands that FIFA's a bad game, like, you have the power. Just provide the resources to make a better one.
I thought his comment was probably more along the lines of like, we pay all this money to license FIFA and we get like hardly anything out of it, or hardly any like support or anything.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it was couched in the implication that those games are horrible. Like, everyone hates them year after year after year. And yet they make millions of dollars because of the card trading mini game, which is so wild. But the funniest thing I've ever seen in games journalism is when they released, I think it was FIFA 19, and it was basically identical to FIFA 18, so IGN just copied and pasted their FIFA 18 review.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was so good.
Well, no, I don't think the CEO cares whether or not the series is good.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but, like, they should. How could you not? It's such a bad look.
Well, it sells.
Yeah, no, you're right. But, man, take some pride in your products. Which goes for every EA game, including this one, because obligatory EA is trash and the worst company around. But EA is also not... I mean, there are individual development studios within EA which do good work, like Codemasters. And so, you know, it's not like every employee, every company under the EA banner is bad, but EA in general is very, very bad. Personal opinion. These opinions do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Autoblog.
Hey, they're not Activision.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. True.
It's a low bar, but...
Yeah. Not wrong, though. Pratham, hello, says, please do a reverse drift. I'd try if I even knew what a reverse drift was, but unfortunately I do not.
Oh, I know that we've talked about this a little bit in the past, but I'm still surprised that there's not more attempts by other game companies to create rival sports video game series.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, we have talked about that in the past, yeah.
Or at the very least, like, something, even like kind of a more arcadey type of sports game series.
My gosh.
Because there used to be tons of them. Like NBA Street and
yeah,
NFL Blitz.
Yeah, NHL Hits. Those were all so fun.
I think a lot of those were developed by EA.
Yeah. Back in well, because back when it was EA Sports, it's in the game. Like, everybody loved EA back then. That was before everybody discovered, well,
there was also like EA Big.
What's that? I don't have any memory of that.
I think that was a lot of the like more arcadey sports titles.
Okay. I like that.
And actually, I'm a little bit surprised then, in this world of so much focus on competitive online games, I would think something kind of more arcadey would have some legs.
Yes. Agreed. All right, for this last race, probably the last race, I just went into a random. I went into career. That was the first time I'd even been in the menu. I just been grinding the story the whole stream. We'll see what this is all about. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be the same because this is a racing game. But it's our race, man.
Well, and I am very excited that I get Gran Turismo 7 this week.
Yes, that's this week. I'm very jealous that that you and the world gets Gran Turismo 7 this week. Wow. That's not good.
Nope, that's not good. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited for that. I will probably be shutting myself in the house for most of the weekend playing that.
Nice. No. Alright, can't be as cheeky on the corners with this one, I guess. Yeah, I am, I just wanna... So I have this never-ending, gigantic game library that I... all these games that I want to play, that I have to get through. And my favorite part of playing any video game, really, is... Wow, dude. What? Why does it let me rewind sometimes? It doesn't... That's stupid. My favorite part is finishing a game and then deleting it off my hard drive, and I'm gonna try to do that with Mass Effect Andromeda this weekend.
Yeah, I've got a fairly sizable backlog of games I need to play. I don't know what it is, but like I've been having a hard time getting myself to like sit down and play some different games, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you're anything like me, I mean, I definitely go through phases. Like sometimes I just want some like comfort games. Like maybe I want to play Super Mario Sunshine for the 400th time or something like that. But then sometimes I'm like, it's time to make a cut into this backlog. But it's definitely very, very streaky for me.
Yeah, I feel like I've been on a very long streak of not playing something new that I should start playing. I should actually probably really try to actually play through the first Horizon game, because I have that and I never played all the way through it.
Yeah, that is one that I'm definitely going to be picking up since it's available on PC. I am interested, and because I was so ridiculously impressed with God of War. Not that there's any connection other than they're both Sony games, but I don't know. I just like the Sony experience was done really well on PC with God of War, and I'm very interested in Horizon.
Oh, so that kind of reminds me. This is like very tangential, but watching that Nintendo Direct from a few weeks ago, and seeing the MLB The Show game coming out on Switch was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, like not only is there a Sony title on Xbox, it's on Nintendo systems too.
Yeah, that is very weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is not the one for me. Wow. Yeah, it's very weird, and I hope, yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with this race. Oh my gosh. I hope that that happens more, as I feel like we say that every time this happens, but like there should be less exclusivity. The less exclusivity, the better. I have forced myself to become a-okay with timed exclusivity. I feel like if that's how they want to do it, that is a fair compromise for all involved. Like, whatever. But eventually, I just want to be able to play. I think everybody should be able to play whatever games on just whatever they like. It's not that serious. It's just games. They're literally games. It's like,
is this a game to you?
Yeah. Man, but I guess we'll wrap it up 2 minutes early because I don't have enough time to start another race, and I ended on a rage quit. That's a classic. That hasn't happened in a while.
Oh, and actually, I do just want to say one last thing.
Yes.
I've got to admit, the new Kirby game really kind of makes me want to get a Switch.
It looks really good, yeah. There are so many genuinely amazing games on Switch. So many.
And I just... The mouthful mode just cracks me up.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan. I cannot wait to see more.
Like, I audibly laughed multiple times during that presentation about the Kirby game, and in the best way possible. It was just like, oh my gosh, that's so hilarious and cute. I love it.
Yeah, Kirby... a lot of Kirby games are, like, made for, like, really, really young kids. But the few that aren't are really fun. Like, I've had a lot of fun playing Kirby games throughout my lifetime. Kirby gets a bad rep, I think.
I do think it's funny, though, that for Kirby to drive a car or use a scissor lift, he has to eat it.
Yeah,
rather
just
than
ingest it.
actually use it.
No, that'd be too easy. Moonlight. Yes, weird does mean the same thing as strange. And it depends on the video, but if it's a streaming video, yes, it's a very good chance it is me in the videos on our YouTube channel. But that is all the catching up in the chat to do. Joel, do you have any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Well, today has actually been a pretty news-filled day.
Yeah.
Jeep revealed an electric Jeep. They haven't given it a name yet, but they've shown what it is. We've also got a teaser for the new electric Ram pickup truck. Gosh, yeah, we've got quite a bit going on the site today.
Nice, yeah. So check that out. The site is Autoblog.com, if anyone's unaware, because this is in fact the Autoblog.com live stream. We do this every Tuesday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern Time. We're also on social media, obviously, so check us out on social. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, basically anywhere on social you are. There's a good chance we are, so follow us there. We have a podcast. It's called the Autoblog Podcast. You can find that anywhere where you listen to podcasts. We have a merch store that is available at redbubble.com/people/autoblog, or you can just search for Autoblog on redbubble.com, or you can click the link in our Twitch bio. We got all kinds of stuff on there. We've got like t-shirts, coffee mugs, photography, throw pillows, all kinds of stuff. Looks like we got one last question from Moonlight. My username is the Moonlight, but because I'm French, I just understand it's moonlight. But do you understand the username Moonlight or the word Moonlight. Yeah, Moonlight is a very common word in English. Yeah, it's just moonlight is just the light from the moon, the light, the reflected light from the moon that kind of lights up the night. It's super common. You could definitely get away with making your username just plain old Moonlight. Totally, people would definitely know what you're talking about. Yeah, always fun talking about different language stuff in the chat. But yeah, so that is gonna do it for the stream today. The last thing I always like to say is, if you have a non-profit organization or a charity that you think is doing good things for the world, just consider donating either money to that charity or organization, or consider volunteering to that charity or organization this month and every month, but especially this month. You'll consider just finding a cause you're passionate about and helping it out in some way. And if everybody does that, then the world gets a little bit better, hopefully, and that is a good thing. So consider doing that. We'll be back next Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And we will see everybody then. Thanks for watching, and adios.